Juryman began well. Speed from Sure Swift, who was drawn next to it. As they go towards the first turn, Brookside Babe going to cut across as well, but it's Juryman and Brookside Babe 1-2. On the inside, running third was Gloria as they head on down the side. We've got Al's Gene at least 3 back on the inside. And there is another one heading forward to go up outside Juryman. And that runner is going to be, by the looks of it, Burriton Bailey with the 18 on. Has circled the entire field and taken over as they come into the straight the first time. And Burriton Bailey, I think it is out by a length and a half. Now, Juryman took that trail second. They are almost impossible to see coming down the straight with just over a round to go. Can see Brookside Babe. Johnny McDermott's got good colours, bright pink sleeves as Burriton Bailey leads the way. Working forward to second was False Promise and Juryman 3 pegging third. Brookside Babe has parked out fourth from Gloria. Then came Lachlan Jack from Al's Gene and 3 wide both Fire of Rock and Mr. Powell. Next is Sure Swift, followed by Exotic Girl, Willie Nelson, and last of all was Mansell Thomas. Around to go and Burriton Bailey heads out of the straight by a length and a half. False Promise is on the inside of Juryman and 3 wide circling the field to get up outside of them Fire of Rock. Mr. Powell next from Gloria, and then came Brookside Babe. 2 to Lachlan Jack from Al's Gene. 2.5 Sure Swift, and then came Willie Nelson, Exotic Girl. Mansell Thomas was last of all. Burriton Bailey in the last at Methven. It's not Scandinavia, it's not Finland, it's not Switzerland, it's not Sweden, it's Methven, New Zealand. Yep, Burriton Bailey leads by a half a length over Mr. Powell. Third on the inside was False Promise, and racing 1 out and 1 back was Fire of Rock. Then came Gloria. Next, Juryman from Brookside Babe, Al's Gene. Lachlan Jack went for a break down the back. Willie Nelson's on the inside from Sure Swift. Mansell Thomas and 4 lengths to Exotic Girl. Burriton Bailey leads them off the back by a length and a half, Mr. Powell. False Promise running third from Fire of Rock. Then came Gloria, Juryman. Next, Al's Gene around Brookside Bay from Willie Nelson. Burriton Bailey comes down the side. The margin a half a length over Mr. Powell. Third on the inside was False Promise. Then came Fire of Rock. Next to turn then is Gloria, the inside from Juryman. Brookside Babe was next. Burriton Bailey, top of the stretch, leads narrowly from Mr. Powell. A length and a half away third was False Promise as Mr. Powell and Burriton Bailey race 1-2. And then came Fire of Rock. Looking to get through was False Promise, but Burriton Bailey inside the furlong. A length and a half, Mr. Powell. False Promises thereabouts as well. It's the last favourite of the day, Burriton Bailey. He's handled the snow better than anybody. He charged from the 18. He found the top. Gloria's gone to third. Burriton Bailey beat False Promise and Gloria. Then Mr. Powell from Willie Nelson, Fire of Rock. Brookside Babe, Al's Gene, Mansell Thomas. Sure Swift, Juryman, Lachlan Jack, and there's one more which has galloped in the run home, and that's Exotic Girl, and a very, very unique scene of harness racing.